Welcome to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection since 1991. I'm Linda Karnauskas. We want to thank you for joining us on this Wednesday, May 4th. We have an informative show for you today. First, we're going to be heading down to Bremer Bank, and we're going to talk with Jason Eyberg and Ryan Gillespie, get an update and find out what's going on in the banking world. And then later on, we're going to be visiting with Katie Godfrey, Director of Conventions and Tourism here with the Chamber of Commerce in Owatonna. So you won't want to miss that, and you'll want to stay tuned. To our Owatonna Today Show viewers, we would like your comments, suggestions regarding show topics, guests to have on the program. You can email us at owatonnatoday@charter.net or contact the show producer, Leanne T at 390-5751. We will take a short break to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be on location at Bremer Bank, so you'll want to stay with us.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Greetings from the Steele County Historical Society. We invite you to visit us and enjoy your county's history at the History Center and Village of Yesteryear. Check our website for current exhibits and monthly programs.
Hi, I'm Shannon and I play the Cheshire Cat.
And I'm Whitney and I play the Red Queen in LTO's curtain production of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, directed by Sandy Hardy Hagen and sponsored by Federated Insurance.
Performances of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland will be held Friday and Saturday, April 29th and 30th at 7:30 p.m., with the matinee on Sunday, May 1st at 2 p.m.
And again, the following Thursday through Saturday, May 5th, 6th, and 7th at 7:30 p.m.
Tickets are available at the LTO box office by calling 451-0764 or online at littletheaterofowatonna.org. Don't miss LTO's production of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. And we're on location at the Bremer Bank, and we're here visiting with Jason Eyberg, who's president, and thank you for having us.
Thank you, Linda.
And then over here to my left, I have Ryan Gillespie, who's the loan officer, or the loan, how do we call it, the mortgage loan officer.
Yep.
Welcome to you, and thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Jason, why don't you share with us a little bit about yourself and the overall view of your beautiful bank here.
Yeah, well, thanks so much. It's fun to be able to do this here in the bank. Jason Eyberg, I'm the bank president here with Bremer and Owatonna, and we're entering into our fourth year already. In October will be our fourth year here in the bank on location. I'm also our commercial loan officer and work with our commercial clients, and just excited and thrilled that we've been here almost 4 years. A little background, I came to Owatonna about a year before we built the bank, and was shaking hands and getting involved in the organization and in town, in the community, and just really trying to make a connection with everyone. And so just real pleased with how things have gone the first few years, and excited to be here for a long time.
Now, how did you choose Owatonna, and then also maybe you can relate the Otto Bremer Foundation and how that all works together here?
Yeah, absolutely. We were about 6 years ago, got into growth mode with our company, and we expanded into the Mankato location 6 years ago. 5 years ago, made the decision to move into Owatonna. Both of those were brand new locations. We expanded into La Crosse and Eau Claire soon after that, and about a year ago acquired Eastwood Bank in the southeast Minnesota region, and that brought 14 additional locations for us to the southeast Minnesota territory, and we welcomed them as a part of Bremer Bank last January, so it's been over a year since that acquisition, and just really identified a growth opportunity. Our growth strategy is in communities with major highways and corridors and communities like Owatonna that are growing and large industrial manufacturing presence, colleges, et cetera. So Owatonna fit that mold, and you mentioned the Otto Bremer Trust. We are owned majority by the Otto Bremer Trust. Many have had the chance to hear our story over the last few years, and hopefully if they haven't, they stop in and hear a little more about it. But we are owned a majority by the Otto Bremer Trust, and the other 92% actually, and 8% of the ownership is with the employees. And so we take pride in that ownership. The trust is a nonprofit. The bank is obviously a for-profit tax-paying entity, and the trust really, the mission of the trust is to come back into communities where Bremer does business and give grants to nonprofits in those communities. So since we've been in Owatonna and Steele County, we've actually, the trust has contributed almost $3 million to local nonprofits, which we're really proud about. And as an employee, it makes you feel really good and proud to have that ownership structure and one that we really take pride in.
And it's wonderful that there's a bank or a business such as Bremer that will come to our town and care about us and get invested. So we're glad you're here. Let's talk about the scope of your bank here and all the different, I don't know what I want to call it, offerings that you have.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for asking. We're a full-service bank. We have approximately 10 individuals on staff, everything from we have a financial advisor. You mentioned Ryan is our mortgage loan officer, insurance, commercial and ag banking, and personal bankers, and our customer service staff and teller staff round out the entire staff here. So really anything that you can get in a bank. That's one thing too that we really appreciate with the size of our bank and our organization. We really can deliver any product and service from a personal and consumer through the business and ag, and the other services such as financial advisory and insurance. But really, we pride ourselves in keeping those that community bank feel and that local decision making, and a place where someone can come and shake a hand and know that they're working with the individual that's making a decision or going to manage their relationship and be here, and someone they can go to.
Now, do you recommend that people have an appointment for different services?
We encourage people to come in anytime. We've got a great set of caribou coffees set up for everyone in the morning, and happy to have them come in and just have a cup of coffee and see us. And so we really encourage if individuals like to call so they know someone will be able to be here and sit down and have time with them. We're happy to do that, but we encourage people just to come in too, and always appreciate that.
I just want to touch on if there's a need in the community, someone who's heading up a need in our community, and they know well of the generosity of the Otto Foundation and Bremer Bank, who would they contact here if they needed to find out about what's available?
As far as the Otto Bremer Trust, there is a website you can find through bremer.com. You can locate the Otto Bremer Trust. I believe it's autobremertrust.org is the website. But as far as the bank itself, you can give us a call here in the bank, or you can drop onto our website, again, bremer.com, and find us that way as well.
How is the housing market doing these days?
I'm going to leave that to our mortgage loan officer expert, and Ryan Gillespie's been with us for just over 2 years, and we're thrilled to have her on the staff, and she's a real asset.
Well, I'm going to talk to Ryan. Hi, Ryan. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Why don't you tell a little bit about yourself and your history here with Bremer?
Well, my name is Ryan Gillespie, and I have been with Bremer just over 2 years. Prior to that, I was with another mortgage company, so I have about 5 years of experience total. At Bremer here, it's a great place to work because of the generosity. It's a good team that we have here, and we have a lot of offerings as well that really can serve pretty much anyone's housing or mortgage needs.
And it's great that you're from the community, so you know a lot of people and they can feel comfortable, correct?
Yes, absolutely. Born and raised and live here with my son.
Great. Let's talk about the products that come through your office. Why don't you share that with our viewers, should they have a need?
Sure. So we can do conventional financing, FHA, rural development, really any type of financing that's necessary and available at any other bank. But Bremer also has some unique offerings as far as construction financing and permanent financing when the construction process is complete. We also have the opportunity of holding loans in-house and portfolioing them if they don't fit secondary market guidelines.
Young couples, people out looking for real estate, do you advise them to get pre-approved?
Absolutely, and we are very blessed in Owatonna because there are great realtors that understand that as well. And they send their clients to a trusted mortgage officer and get them pre-approved right away. And what that does is it reduces any surprises or negative impacts as they go through the process.
Now, is that something they would have to do after knowing that the monies are available here? For, say they come to Bremer Bank and they want to get pre-approved. Would they do that when they know what's available first, or would they get approved and then know what's available?
Sure. So what I like to do is meet with clients, get to know them, understand their needs and how I can best help them, gather their financial information, we look at credit and go through all of that. And then that opens the door to sometimes one opportunity, sometimes several opportunities, and we just go through the options with them so that they're comfortable and understand what might work best.
Mm-hmm. We were talking about what a phenomenal housing market it is right now. You want to explain about the upside to that and the downside to that?
Sure. So it is a little lackluster, and basically the tough spot that we're in right now is a lack of inventory, a lack of houses for sale. And what that does is give sellers a lot of control, leads to multiple offers on homes, and it really reduces the opportunity for first-time home buyers to find something that they're comfortable with. There's just a lack of availability, and I know it's not just Owatonna that's feeling that. That's definitely reaches well beyond here, but the bright side is it happens, it passes, and it will get better.
And if they were to come in and get pre-approved, no matter what their need is, would you lock that rate in pending on the loan for any amount of time so they have an idea if they get in a bidding war?
Sure. So what we can do, we can rate lock up to 60 days, and we can extend that if necessary. So there are definitely opportunities to make sure that they get into a rate they're comfortable with and don't miss out on that if timing doesn't exactly go as planned on their end.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned construction loans. Could you shed a little more light on that? Are we talking about housing remodels, remortgaging? Are we talking about builders that come in and are developing, a small housing project?
Sure. So Bremer has a great process for construction financing, and typically, so we would hold the interim financing in-house, and then we can roll that over into permanent financing. So several opportunities there.
Okay. And if you could relate to us, what's the main thing you would want someone to know about mortgages right now?
I think it's just important to understand the pre-approval process, to understand that they need to work with someone that they can trust.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, thank you. You can call here at Bremer Bank, talk to Jason or talk to Ryan, and we're so glad you visited with us today. And we will take a short break to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back, so please stay with us.
Looking for that perfect birthday party idea for your child? I have exactly what you're looking for, a pool or gym party at the West Hills Tennis and Fitness Center. Hi, this is Brad. Contact me today at 774-7102 to schedule the party every child will love. Birthday party packages are available year-round. West Hills Tennis and Fitness Center, encouraging and promoting a healthy lifestyle.
Hello, I'm Glenn Mager. And I'm Michael Mager with the Brick Mager Funeral Home and the Medford Funeral Home. At Brick Mager, we are privileged to have served the families of Steele County community for 118 years. Whether you choose traditional burial or cremation, we promise the tribute your loved one deserves with the peace of mind that you require. We are proud to be part of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, this is Barry Gillespie, president of ERA Gillespie Real Estate, where our pledge is to save you money, save you time, and simplify your life. And we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, I'm David Einhaus with the Owatonna Foundation. Thank you to all of our donors who have helped make Owatonna a better place to live. Will you join us today with a financial gift? Owatonna Foundation is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. We hope you enjoyed visiting our friends down at Bremer Bank. We're here visiting with Katie Godfrey. Hi, Katie.
Hi.
Katie, you're the Director of Conventions and Tourism for our Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
Busy job.
It's a very busy job. Yes, there's always something happening there.
It's nice to have you with us today.
Thank you.
I understand we have some big events, a big event coming up with the Chamber. It's the photo contest?
Yeah, so it actually started about a week and a half ago, and it runs through the rest of the month of May. So this week is the National Travel and Tourism Week. So basically there are communities across the country that are celebrating their local tourism in all sorts of different ways. And we decided this year that we wanted to celebrate by doing a photo contest.
And we'll get to those details. First, though, let's learn a little bit about yourself.
Sure.
How long have you been with the Chamber, and how did you come to this nice little town of Owatonna?
Sure. So I've been with the Chamber for a year and a half exactly, I think. And I ended up in Owatonna because of the position. My fiance is originally from southern Minnesota, from Albert Lea, Clarks Grove area. I'm originally from Madison, Wisconsin. I had actually gone to St. Olaf for college, so that's how I ended up in the region initially, and then through work and my relationship ended up looking for something in southern Minnesota.
And congratulations. I understand your nuptials are around the corner.
Yes, in 2 months.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, congratulations. So you have a lot to focus on.
Yes.
So first, well, let's focus on the photo contest. Why don't you give some details into that for us?
Sure. So basically, it's pretty easy. We're just asking people to take pictures of their favorite places around town, their favorite things to do, favorite places to eat, hiking and biking on local trails, anything like that. And basically, you just have to tag those pictures with the hashtag #CelebrateOtown.
Okay.
And you have to tag a minimum of 4 pictures, and we have all the information, the rules and guidelines on our website. But as long as they're within those categories, and we're talking about iconic selfies, so that could be anything from taking a picture of the Princess Owatonna to taking a picture in the balcony of the Wells Fargo Bank downtown, and the biking and hiking like I talked about, taking pictures of your favorite food, anything like that, and then you get entered into a contest to win $100 in Chamber dollars.
And the iconic would mean of things known in Owatonna.
Things that are
here?
known, yeah.
Okay.
The airplanes, the sculpture that's on the interstate, things like that.
Alrighty. And is that all the categories, or is that just one?
We have 4 different categories. So iconic selfies is one, outdoors, food, and then attractions. So, if you go to the Orphanage Museum, Village of Yesteryear, different places like that, historic downtown would be counted as an attraction. So it's pretty flexible. We gave some examples on our website.
And so you would like it, those kind of pictures and those categories taken here in our own
in
city
the
of
community.
Owatonna.
Yep.
Okay, that's understandable. And you can do them on Instagram and Twitter?
Yep, Instagram and Twitter would be the 2 that we're able to find those pictures through. Facebook isn't going to work very well, so we're encouraging people to tag those pictures through Instagram and Twitter.
Okay, and then they can also check things on the website for that, which is your website for Visit Owatonna, correct?
Right. We have a separate website, even though we're at the Chamber, but this is for visitors, so it's visitowatonna.org. We'll be highlighting a lot of those pictures on that website, and then on our Facebook page, Visit Owatonna.
Okay. And when is the deadline?
Basically, you can start taking pictures now through the end of May.
Alrighty. And when will everything be judged? And
we'll make a decision in early June.
Okay, great. And they'll be notified via their contact information?
Yes.
Okay, great. So coming up, what else is happening here for tourism in town?
Yeah. Well, this is a really busy week. In addition to the Chamber Business Expo, which is coming up Thursday, Friday, it is the Corky's Early Bird Men's Softball Tournament, which is a huge thing. This is the 37th annual Corky's, and it runs Thursday through Sunday. And I'm excited. I've only been here a year and a half, but last year, unfortunately, I had to miss it, but this year I'll be able to make it. So I'm excited to see it. I know it's a really big deal in the community.
Right. And they have 176 teams.
Yeah, and that's up from 148. So Lauren Dietz is the coordinator, and he's been giving me some statistics on how many teams and how many people. And he said this year it's just a huge increase, and he's anticipating about 4,000 people.
A tournament like this, it's not only fun in the community and for a lot of people. I would think it brings those type of tournaments and advertising them. Does that bring a lot of money?
Yeah, and not just
Here to
advertising,
Owatonna?
but yeah, just people staying at the lodging properties, going out to eat, all different things like that, shopping. So Explore Minnesota Tourism, which is the state Department of Tourism, they have a metric or a formula for figuring out how much money a different event is bringing into the community. And so they estimate it's about $89, not including lodging, for people who are spending the night per day per person. And it's another $52 for just day travelers. So we're kind of estimating, based on that formula, a conservative estimate of $222,000 that would be coming into the community just for that event.
Would you share how many people it brings into Owatonna?
Yeah, well, Lauren is estimating about 4,000 people this year.
And the hotels, can they accommodate that many?
I know that the local lodging properties are pretty much full, and usually I think there's some overflow to neighboring communities as well.
Okay. And did you mention there's a new division this year, to the tournament?
Lauren told me that there's a new event on Thursday night. And so that's the Owatonna Faribault teams playing the hometown division.
Oh wow! So they play each other?
That's my understanding. I don't know enough about it.
Well, that'll be exciting. Okay, and we have another event, and that you'd like to talk about, which is the visitor's guide, correct?
Yeah. So I'd like to just talk about some of the things we've been doing at the Chamber for marketing Owatonna. So basically, one of the newest things is our visitor guide, and that's right here. It's a new guide. It's a lot bigger than it used to be, and we do distribute this guide all over the Midwest, including the Mall of America and our travel info centers across the region. So you'll be able to see this if you go to like the Travel Info Center that's just south of the Minnesota border, across from Diamond Joe's Casinos, places like that. And then we do distribute it locally as well. So it's a great tool. It's much more editorial this year. It has a lot of information on arts and culture in the community, and all sorts of history and things like that. So we're pretty excited about that, and Triumph did did the design for us, so we were happy to work with them.
I was just going to comment what a beautiful design that is.
Mm-hmm.
Explain to us some new things you're doing with advertising.
We're doing a lot more digital this year than we've ever done before, and if you go to the Owatonna TripAdvisor page, you can find ads there, the Explore Minnesota Tourism page, all over the place. We've just got a lot of digital ads out there. We also have an e-newsletter that people can sign up for, so you can always go on our visitowatonna.org site and sign up for an e-newsletter to learn about what's happening in town. And yeah, we have a calendar of events on that site as well that's really popular.
For old school viewers, what e-newsletter sign up? Explain what they do with that process.
Sure. So basically, if you go to our website, visitowatonna.org, there'll be a little form and you just enter your information.
Okay.
Yep.
And it's kept there, and they just get.
We just receive it, a notice, and then we add it to our list.
And then they'll get an email every month or whatever. Okay. And what's the new tour package?
Yeah, so we have a great new group tour package with the History Center and the Orphanage Museum. So basically people can call the Chamber, and it's for group tours, and it could be applicable to family reunions as well. So if you're interested, call the Chamber at 451-7970, and it's basically a day package where you get the Orphanage Museum, History Center, Village of Yesteryear, and the National Farmers Bank tours and lunch included.
And even though that's every day to us who live here, people do tour that quite often.
Yeah.
They really do.
Yeah, we get a lot of visitors that come to the bank.
Could you explain the new marketing partnership you have and the new tourism?
Yep. So we have a partnership with Faribault and Northfield Chambers called the Mini Road Trip, and we're really excited about this. Basically, it's a cooperative marketing partnership, so we're able to pool some of the dollars that we have to get our message about each of our communities to a broader audience.
Okay. And there's a website there.
Yep.
I understand it's www. MINNE roadtrip.com.
Right, miniroadtrip.com.
And they can go in on that website, and what would they learn from that?
It'll just take you back to each of our chamber sites. So for people who are interested in learning about dining, shopping, things to do in general, anything like that in each of the 3 communities. Yep.
Do you get many calls from the outside about different events?
Yes, we get calls all the time. And we want to remind people that they can also come to our 24-hour Visitor Information Center, which is our vestibule at the Chamber, to pick up either this guide or information on other places to travel in the region.
So they can go in that little lobby area, and it's always open,
Yep.
whatever.
Yep.
And any questions, just call the Chamber.
Yep, exactly.
Pleasure visiting with you today, and thank you for educating us on what's happening.
Thank you very much for having me.
We will take a short break to hear a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back, so please stay with us.
Amy Swain Hearing Centers is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better.
I'm Deb Gillard. And I'm Shawn McNulty with Brookdale Owatonna Assisted Living and Memory Care,
where we provide optimum living activities to keep our residents engaged in life.
And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Tim Anderson, the owner of Anytime Fitness, where we make getting healthy affordable and convenient. Anytime Fitness is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. And it's time for our community announcements. The Steele County Historical Society announces the 2nd edition of History Uncorked, Smoke and Mirrors, the true story of Prohibition in Steele County. History Uncorked will be held at 7 p.m. Thursday, May 5th. Tickets are $10 for members, $15 for non-members. Tickets are available for purchase online at www.steelehistorymuseum.org. Seating is limited. Owatonna Area Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Business Expos on May 5th and 6th at the Four Seasons Center. The expo is designed for people to learn more about each other, as well as the public to learn more about our local businesses. The expo times are Thursday, May 5th, 1 to 6 p.m., Friday, May 6th, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Open to the public, free of charge, and come out and support your local businesses and community members. LTO's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland will be showing May 5th, 6th, and 7th at 7:30 p.m. at the West Hills Auditorium. Pillow cleaning, yes, there's pillow cleaning Monday, May 9th, 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Associated Church at 800 Havana Road. And that will be, it's sponsored by the Circle 5 Women's Fellowship. And Lizzie's Light, Right for Lizzie's Light, is May 14th, 2:16, 11:30 to 12:30. Registration at Good Shepherd Lutheran Church, 1 to 4 is the ride. Please join us for a scenic ride through the countryside on the first annual Ride for Lizzie Light. The ride is being held in honor of Elizabeth Lizzie Tolzman, who passed away on March 3rd, 2016. Proceeds from the ride will be used for mental illness awareness and suicide prevention. We would like to thank you for joining us today, and we invite you to stay tuned on Friday when our guests will be, we're going to be learning all about Retrofit E-Cycling Day, and then we'll also be hearing from the Alternative School Downtown Cleanup in Owatonna, so you won't want to miss that. Meanwhile, have a nice day.